Good evening. I would like to call the Springfield Economic Development Agency meeting for October 13th to order with roll call, please.
Board Member Van Gordon. Here. Board Member Weber.
Here.
Board Member Moe.
Here.
Chair Rodley.
Here.
Vice Chair Blackwell. Board Member Stout.
Here.
And Board Member Lovell.
Here.
Thank you. And Vice Chair Blackwell is excused for the evening. There are two times, I'm going to read this and then I'm going to turn it over to you. There are two times designated for public testimony this evening under public hearings and business from the audience. If you are attending in person, please complete the request to speak card located at the front of the council chambers and turn them into the city recorder. If you are joining us online with a tablet, smartphone, or computer and wish to speak either of those times, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom. The order of public testimony will be as follows. First, anyone in person in council chambers, and second, anyone who has raised their virtual hand. And before we get started with our agenda, I'm going to turn it over to Board Member Van Gordon for a little housekeeping.
Thank you, Chair Rodley. I forgot an announcement in the previous meeting. So when you see your city council colleagues, please share this with them. Nate, could you come here for a second? So Nate's going to reach out. We've got to go through two-factor authentication for the council, which is a IT security thing. And can you just give us like a two-liner about what to expect and then what you're going to be sending out to us?
Okay, so I'm going to collect all your cell numbers, and then we're going to push out a link, and it'll take you into the App Store, or I don't know how it works for the other operating systems and phones, but takes you to a place where you can then download Duo. It's a free app. And then it's going to authenticate it. And then from that point forward, whenever you log into your email from a non-city device, so this won't apply to your iPads, but if you access your email from your home computer, you're going to get that dual notification where it comes up and you hit accept and it allows you to log in. If you ever see that come up and you aren't attempting to log in, then you can ignore it or you can hit deny.
All right, any questions about that? It's just continuing to improve our IT security. Thanks, Nate.
And I'll be available for questions as well if any come up.
Back to you, Chair Rodley.
Thank you. All right, I think our first item is the consent agenda. And I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Could you call the vote, please?
Yes. Board Member Van Gordon.
Yes.
Board Member Weber.
Yes.
Board Member Moe.
Yes.
Chair Rodley.
Yes.
Board Member Blackwell. Board Member Stout.
Yes.
And Board Member Lovell.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And I believe the next item is the business from the audience. Is that correct? And I have one card for this. Chad Reeves, please. You can come up to the front and push the button on there to turn on the microphone, and you get 3 minutes to share.
Well, thank you. Good evening. My name is Chad Reeves. I'm one of the pastors at Gospel Community Church, and we recently introduced a proposal to purchase the Springfield Memorial Building here in downtown. It's my understanding that not all of the council members have had an opportunity to look at the proposal. And so my ask and request this evening is that, each one of you have an opportunity to look at the proposal. The reason being is that the proposal, we believe, is very robust. It is a proposal that meets many of the requirements and actually goes overboard for reasons to consider purchasing the building. A few of those reasons, and I promise I won't take too long, as I only have 3 minutes. A few of those reasons are we are offering the full purchase price asked for $575,000. In addition to that, in the proposal, lined out, that the elimination of maintenance and liability for SEDA will no longer be a burden for them. We will offer in the proposal new payroll presence. We have over 5 employees for Gospel Community Church. And this will help contribute to the local economy and potential payroll tax. This will also increase downtown activity as we have over 200 people in our congregation. And so what we've planned to do with the building is to open it up to our community, to serve our community and open it up in various different ways. Ways that are helping and contributing to the community as such as schools, after school programs, anything that this community needs. We're talking about utility responsibilities. GCC, Gospel Community Church, will begin paying all utility expenses for the building. And of course, GCC is open to negotiating a payment in lieu of taxes as well. We know that's a value for the city of Springfield, and so we want to contribute to that as much as possible. And so again, my final ask is that each one of you have a opportunity to consider our robust proposal and that you take it into consideration. We've done a lot of work on this. We do want the building. I'll show you my cards up front. And the reason for that is to serve our community. We know that the building's sitting there. It's rotting. It's not being used. And we believe we'd be a great contribution to that in more ways than just, of course, our church. So if you'd consider all of that, that would be a blessing to us. And I want to say thank you to each one of you for my time this evening.
Thank you. I don't have any more cards in the council chambers. Is there anyone online?
No hands for this item.
All right, thank you very much. And what is our next item?
Any report from the chair?
No report from the chair.
Then the next item would be public hearings. Public hearing number 1 is the fiscal year 26 supplemental budget number 1. Nathan Bell is here for this item, and this item does have a motion with it.
Thank you.
All right, good evening, SEDA Board. The item in front of you tonight is the SEDA FY26 Supplemental Budget 1, and we're requesting that you conduct a public hearing and adopt a resolution that adjusts resources and requirements in the SEDA Glenwood and Downtown General Funds. It's as straightforward and simple as a supplemental budget gets. All we're doing is adjusting beginning cash to the FY25 actual results. In both funds, we're increasing beginning cash and putting that money into reserves. There are no new appropriations. And with that, I'll turn it over for questions.
Before I open the public hearing, are there any questions or comments about that little one-page supplemental budget? All right, then I'm going to open the public hearing. I have no cards on this one. Are there
No
any
hands.
hands online? All right, then I'm going to close the public hearing and I would entertain a motion.
I move to adopt a resolution adjusting resources and requirements in the following funds: SEDA Glenwood General Fund and SEDA Downtown General Fund.
Second.
Vote, please.
Board Member Van Gordon,
Yes.
Board Member Weber,
Yes.
Board Member Moe,
Yes.
Chair Rodley,
Yes.
Vice Chair Blackwell, Board Member Stout,
Yes.
and Board Member Lovall.
Affirmative.
Right, and that motion passes. Thank you very much. And I believe the next item is new business with Ally Camp. And it looks like Nathan Bell is going to join her.
Good evening, SEDA Board. Tonight we are here to talk about operationalizing an element in one of your resolutions passed last year. That resolution I'm referencing is number 2024-03, and it's included in your packet. This resolution specifies how repayment of SEDA's SDCs to the City of Springfield will occur. Tonight, we are here to talk about 2 SDC values that came in for downtown. That resolution specifies that for invoices over $100,000, the board gets a chance to decide how repayment will happen and when. This is not whether repayment occurs. The reason this provision was included in the resolution was to allow for you all to consider your cash on hand, your current project load, and how you would like to manage your money moving forward, knowing that an SDC payment could come in of hundreds of thousands of dollars. This gives the board flexibility to consider how to use its resources for larger expenses. Just a note that this is the board's first time with this process step since the new resolution, and we have only had one invoice over $100,000 since the SEDA SDC downtown program has been initiated. Okay, I think I'm going to let Nathan just speak a little bit to the financial considerations for the board tonight, and then I will be looking for direction on how to proceed with these 2 larger payments received.
So For these larger STC balances, one of the things that we're considering is having flexibility in our resources. And we've had this experience in Glenwood and potentially now in the downtown with a couple potential projects on the horizon. But we've been in situations where borrowing is expensive. And so when we do go out and borrow, it's in our best interest to borrow as much as we can at that time. For smaller asks, it hasn't made sense always to borrow, and then we're scraping together reserves and any other cash balances that we have. So, assuming, and Jeff can speak to this, is that I don't know if there's a need in these SDC funds at this time for these dollars, and so it's in our best interest to have the flexibility to hold on to these dollars and just have that ability to self-finance things rather than do a borrowing. If we get to a place when we do a borrowing, if we have capacity that's greater than what we need for a particular project, a lot of times then we'll look at these things and say, okay, this would be a good time to pay this off or do other activities that we've been talking about within those areas.
And just a note too that to ensure that this is captured in process, the city and SEDA have an MOU that highlights that repayment can happen on a mutually agreed upon basis. This is one of those opportunities that we look for that mutually agreed upon basis.
Are there questions about this? Comments, thoughts? Are people generally feeling positive? Okay, I'm seeing head nods. Do you have other questions for us? Or are you feeling like you got what you needed?
My understanding is that the board is okay deferring this payment until a larger borrow occurs. Yeah, great. Thank you.
Sounds good. And I think, is there anything else on the agenda? All right, then our regular SEDA meeting is adjourned and we are going to have an executive session next. I'll give everybody time to move along.